G'day, Lockie here. Ever had a Kubernetes cluster that needs patching? So the nodes have an operating system update and it needs patching. So I saw a tweet yesterday about this open source project called Kured, I guess it's called Kured. So the Kubernetes Reboot Daemon. And this does exactly that. So what this will do is look for some kind of artifact on each of the file systems of each of the nodes. So in Linux, for example, if you're running Ubuntu and you have a system update, there'll be a file there called var run reboot required. And if that exists, it's going to cordon the node, drain the node, and perform that system reboot. Now, this is a very cool way to actually get your OSs patched and updated, and doing it in a Kubernetes-centric way. So letting the workloads know that they're going to be drained. So I went and installed this really quickly. We're going to just do a very quick demo. There's a lot of things you can do with this. It'll post to Slack. It'll talk Prometheus. You can pull metrics out of it with Prometheus, and you can make it look at Prometheus alerts to say, don't do this if this is happening. There's a whole bunch of other things, but we're just going to run it in a very straightforward fashion just to show you the value here really quickly. So this is literally what I've taken from the website there, from the repo, this open source tool, and really there's a container and it mounts that path in, it gets a kube node ID, and I've just set the period of 1 minute. I think the default's an hour. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually playing with the Kubernetes VS Code plugin here, but I think what I can do here is go Kubernetes create and see if that works. So now I should actually have some pods on here. I can refresh this. Okay, so I can see the Kured pods are actually been created. I'm going to pop over here to my terminal here. So I've got in a watch loop here, I'm watching the nodes. I would expect when this actually kicks up, get pods, we'll take a look at one. The logs on one. Few cuddle logs. Okay, so I'm telling that log file. Okay, fantastic. So you can see that it's already cordoning this node. Okay, so we've got a bit of information here. So it's doing a cordon and a drain, I would expect, and a reboot. So if I actually go back and do a O wide and grab node 0, which is this one, what do I see in the log file there? Oh, okay. So it takes a lock, drains the node, and it's doing a reboot. Okay, fantastic. I'm just going to pop over. I'm actually SSH'd onto the cluster now. So it's still waiting to do a reboot. The uptime on this node is, oh, and it's just been rebooted. Fantastic. We should see that going to not ready. Pick up the change here. So this is just a very lightweight, simple tool that does exactly what you need it to do, which I'm always a big fan of. It's open source. You can pick it up today. As ACS engine, ACS users, this may be something you want to do. I encourage you to take a look at all the tweakable parameters there on the API surface area of that app, just to make sure you configure it exactly the way you want to. But here's some very quick value. Out of not too much work. Literally, I applied it. I just said every minute I'll run it in a loop. I think the default's every hour. So obviously you can tweak that to your liking. Plumb it into Prometheus, so that's not ready. It's back at ready, so a reboot should be fairly quick here. You can see that now I shouldn't have a var run reboot required. Nope. Var run reboot required, no system reboot. Okay, and the uptime on this machine is a minute. Less than a minute. Okay, so that is literally, with the locking mechanism, it's going to do one at a time and step through them. So you can see that actually happening right now. So that's it. Very quick little demo. I hope you like Kured. I hope I said the name right. And thanks to the Weave folks for getting out a nice little quick tool. Cheers.